explain how it works?
I was trying to greet you guys with a nice screeching sound to get in the mood, but then,
it didn't work?
Yeah, my recording just kept stopping. I was like, oh, okay.
Welcome to Astoria.
Hot Mess Express.
Hot Mess Express. I'm Jamie.
I'm Kylie. And it's the holiday season. Whoop-de-doo.
Dude, I've been super into just like... Oh my god.
Sorry, I got like a hairball or something. Okay. You've been super into.
I've been really into just like... I've been trying to get into the Christmas spirit because it has been super dry. I watched the Michael Bublé... his like annual like Christmas event or whatever on TV.
Yeah.
And whatever. He is so good live.
Oh, God, I love him.
I did too.
I watched Home Alone 3 for the first time.
There's a third one?
It is the best one.
What?
Yes, it is the best one. So here's the thing. I never wanted to watch Home Alone growing up because I just didn't want to. Like, I was just like, nah, I don't care. And so I didn't watch Home Alone until last year. That was like my first time ever watching them. Yeah. So I watched the first and second last year, and I was like, those are pretty good. But like, I feel like I can't enjoy it fully because I didn't grow up on it. Oh. But then I watched the third one last week, and it is so good. And it's the little boy from Max Keeble. What? He's so cute, and I think I enjoyed it more because he's cuter than Macaulay Culkin. So like, you feel bad for him because he's just so cute. And it's also more realistic in a way.
Really?
Because he's left home alone because he's sick. He has chicken pox.
Oh.
Rather than they leave. Because I was always like, how would you leave your kid?
Because there was like 10 of them.
I know, but it's like, and then they did it twice. I'm like, bro. Anyway. But then there's like Russian spies. So it goes from like robbers to Russian spies.
What the fuck?
The third one's good. I've heard the ones after that we just don't watch.
I didn't think there was any after that. They have a new one on Disney Plus.
That looks terrible. But yeah, the third one came out in 97. So I was like, this has to be kind of good.
Wow, that was super, like, I thought it was like 2000s.
You should watch the third one.
What is it on?
It's on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they all
I'm pretty sure. I think so. I think it was on Disney Plus, yeah.
Well, Disney has just like some of the, because Anastasia's on there and it's not even a Disney film. It's Brown or something.
But yeah, so there you go. If you've never watched Home Alone 3, watch it. It's really cute. It's really cute and fun.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes, I guess. I don't have an opinion because I haven't watched Die Hard in years, so I don't remember.
I watched the end of it with James a couple nights or like a week or two ago, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, they're in this building. I guess I gotta watch all of it to really understand.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to like judge if it's a Christmas movie, but
I mean, I think it was on Christmas, so
right. I know
that
it's
makes
like
it
the big
Christmas.
debate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not intentionally, like, a Christmas movie, but, like, since it is on Christmas, then it is.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, my God. I really like my Hallmark ones.
Fair.
They're so corny, though.
What was the one? In New York, we watched Christmas Miracle on Motor City.
What the fuck?
It was like very merry Christmas Miracle in Motor City.
What?
It was so cheesy. It was something like that, yeah.
I think a classic for mine is always Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, yeah.
I love those classics from the 70s.
Yeah, those are cute.
A lot of people...
I love those.
Some people say, oh, well, it's, like, controversial now. Like, I'm like, I swear to God, if you try to fucking cancel any of them, y'all are getting a beat down.
You can't cancel Frosty, okay?
No, or just, like, I know that some of those are controversial in a sense. I would like to know, like, how some of them are. I need to rewatch them. But
they're probably racist or something.
I don't know. But they're classics. I grew up watching them every single year.
Yeah. My favorite of all time is Polar Express.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and when people say they don't like Polar Express, I can't.
I was not a big fan as a kid, and I think it was the puppet scene, which they never show on TV. They never show the puppet scene because it's scary, or because they had to cut it for time. Yeah. But
it's not in all the versions, yeah.
No, as I get older, though, like, I really appreciate it. My mom gets us ornaments every year. And my mother slayed it with my sister last year. She got her the Polar Express bell.
Oh, I want that. That's so cute. It is
so cute. My sister, she's like a Christmas queen.
Yeah, she's very festive.
Oh yeah, her tree. I'm jealous.
I know her little town. She has like a little village with like on her TV stand. Mm-hmm. It's so cute.
She did good. She gets that from her mother.
I don't have like any Christmas decorations.
Dude, we still need to go to that pottery ceramic place. I've been meaning to take you because they have Christmas ones.
Shoot.
Dude.
How could we forget?
I don't know.
My God,
Ruby. Stop complaining.
So on the topic of Christmas movies...
Oh, God.
Have you ever watched the movie Krampus?
Dude, yes. We went and saw it in theaters when it was at the movie theater we worked at. I literally got off work and we immediately went into the theater to go watch it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched the second one.
There was a second one?
Yeah, there was.
Gross.
I don't remember what it was called, but...
The sequels for those are never the same.
Yeah, the movie, I don't really remember much about it. I tried to watch it again. Because spoiler alert, I'm talking about Krampus today. But I tried to watch the movie again and it wasn't free anywhere. And I was like, I'm too poor.
It should be. It is honestly not the worst horror.
No, it's pretty good.
I just love the little gingerbread men. Because they're just like... They're so crazy, and this kid's just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it's just because it's like a satire horror film,
right?
Like
yeah,
it has comedy.
You don't want to take it too seriously.
No, it's like a comedic horror film, which I always like those because then it releases some of the tension.
Yeah,
and it's not strictly horror, which I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, definitely. I want to watch it again though, so hopefully, maybe I should just spend $2 to watch it on whatever it was. Yeah. I got really excited because it said it was free on Vudu. So I opened the app and then it was to rent $6. And I was like,
God.
Ah! I already set up. I was like, all right, time to watch Krampus. And then I go to it. And it was $6. I was like, that's rude. It lied to me. So yeah, I didn't watch the movie. So sorry, I don't have that research here, but I have the actual research. That's good enough. All right.
Let's do it.
We're going to jump on in.
Ooh.
Last week we talked about the female counterpart. And this week we're talking about the man himself.
Ooh.
The man, the myth, the legend. Krampus! Okay. He's coming out dancing. He's break dancing. Okay. This shit is funny. Terrifying, but hilarious.
Yeah.
And you're gonna find out why. Okay, so Krampus is a Central European popular legend. He is the devilish companion of Saint Nicholas. So, many people are he's just evil for no reason. But really, the whole big idea here is that, in the 1600s, when we have, Christianity spreading, Saint Nick, as we know, Santa Claus, comes into the picture. And really, it's just Santa Claus is not really known for doing things bad.
No.
Right, for being bad. So the reason why they have Krampus is because they believe that there's nothing good that doesn't come with bad.
Yeah.
So you need both.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like Krampus is fulfilling Santa's duty or Saint Nick's duty of things that he's not capable of.
I don't know if you're going to talk about it, but I've heard in some adaptations that he is his shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which that's kind of where it comes from. So they work together.
Mm-hmm.
And so
are they BFFs?
They're not BFFs. They're more like stepbrothers.
Oh.
They'll get along when they need to for the holidays, but throughout the rest of the year they're kind of okay, bye. Do your own thing.
We'll go separate ways.
Right.
Now.
Right. So yeah. And there wasn't a lot on that, but that would be more interesting to look into.
Is that causing noise with it moving?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'll move it up so it doesn't move.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. So the name Krampus comes from the German word for claw, which was Krampen. Which just means claw.
Oy.
So he is a half goat, half demon. He's really cute. You should look at pictures.
He's really cute. Oh, God. Yes, look up pictures of everybody we're going to be talking about.
Yes, please.
We'll post them.
Yeah. He beats people into being nice. That's his big thing. So, we're going to talk about that.
How do you beat someone into being nice?
Let's talk about it. Okay, so he has bearing horns, dark hair, fangs, and a long tongue. I think the thing that makes me most uncomfortable is his tongue being long. Like, just imagine, like, he just sticks out his tongue and it goes on.
Is it like a serpent tongue?
Kinda.
Ew.
It's disgusting. Yeah, so that part really, like, ugh.
Imagine him licking your ear. Just getting deep in there.
And he lashes around his chain and his bells. So it's like, with his chains, he's like,
he does it in the movie. Yeah, that's all you hear in the movie is like the shaking of the bells.
Yeah. Oh, it's feeding time for Rubes.
Oh my God, we can't run away from it, and it's freaking.
I know. It doesn't matter what time we record. Ruby always has to eat. So if you heard the noise, it's because cat feeding time.
I swear my cat's losing weight.
All right. So yeah, he lashes around his chain and bell so you can hear them when he's coming. He also makes like a screeching-ish noise. Yeah, that's kind of his way of being like, I'm here. So his big thing, when I said he like hits people into being nice,
yeah,
he carries around a birch stick to hit naughty children with. So he's just kind of like, bad kid, boom. And then
Dwight do that?
Yeah, he was making fun of it. Yeah,
Krampus is Dwight.
I was gonna talk about that. I was literally gonna talk about that. But yeah, so he like literally beats them so that next year they'll be good.
Oh, okay. So it's like a prep, so he doesn't murder them like perched up.
Yeah, no. But there's other things. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna talk about this. If we go back to mythology,
yeah,
Krampus is the son of the goddess Hel. Okay, which means that his grandfather is Loki.
Yes,
which we've talked about. We talked about Loki, right? Yeah,
yes.
We did.
So Nordic. So it comes from like a Nordic, Germanic.
Yeah. Yes. So he's a
Germanic,
Norse.
Yeah, Germanic and Norse is very similar, like their teachings and stuff, and their like pagan mythology. Because when I tried looking up just like mythology for Germanic, it kept taking me to Norse.
Exactly.
Because they all kind of like sync together in a sense.
Right. So there's not a lot on like his place in mythology. Yeah. But we do know that he was the son of Hel. And with that being said, because of this, after he beats kids that are bad, and even some kids that are good.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. He's like, even if a kid has been really good, he might take them. What? So he'll take them away. He usually puts them in his bag. Mm-hmm. Just stuffs them in his bag and then brings them to the underworld or hell. Oy. Yeah. Sometimes, if they're especially bad, he will eat them.
Oh my God.
Why not, right?
I mean...
So...
Good Lord.
Yeah. When this idea of him started spreading, people were like going crazy and like talking about it, and the Catholic Church got pissed. Of course. Obviously. So the Catholic Church has tried to ban him for years and years and years, like during this time, but nothing was really working.
No, you can't get rid of him.
Right. So at the time when it became popular, like it was around the 1600s, for like until like the 1800s, like that was like the prime time. But every year, kids in Austria know that either Santa or Krampus would visit. They didn't know which one.
Oh no! Yeah, that's terrifying.
Right. So the European versions of Saint Nick always talked about how he had scary counterparts. So we've heard of Belsnickel. Netreprecht. I don't know how to say his name. Netreprecht. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who gave punishment. So there's like other counterparts. Always. But Krampus comes from Austria, and it's kind of the Alpine region folklore. Yeah. Okay. So he's been frightening children and making adults, like, amused for hundreds of years. Because he doesn't care about adults. Like, he's not going to go for them.
Okay, so, like, if you're an adult, you're safe.
Pretty much, yeah. So, adults just, like, think it's funny until it happens to their child.
I wonder when, like, he switches over. Because age, like, adulthood was different. Right. Like, once you, like, freaking turn, like, 13 or 14, they're like, you're an adult now.
Yeah, bye! Okay. But yeah, he also started off in pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. And then once Christianity started spreading, he did become part of the Christian traditions, in which St. Nicholas would visit children to reward them. And it started off on December 5th. That would be like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So December 5th was Christmas Eve. December 6th was Christmas Day. That's when he would come.
That's super early.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much has changed.
Right. And so he was known to come December 5th night, usually. At this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's already come. Just kidding. All right.
Oh, no.
His scary counterpart would visit as well. So St. Nicholas would walk in, and then so would Krampus. And they would kind of judge from there, like, who's going to
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They're just, like, talking, judging.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like, let's think about what he did last March. Remember when he stole? Oh, my God.
You would think it would take Santa 10 times longer than to go around the world.
I know. Yeah. But yeah, so then kids would either wake up with presents or they'd feel like they just got beat to death.
Wait, so they're not even awake for this?
Mm-mm.
What?
So when they're beaten with the sticks, they're unconscious, like they're asleep still.
How do you not wake up to that? Does he put like a little drug in you?
Probably. So you either wake up with presents or you like feel like you just got beat.
Oh, God.
And you're very injured. So there was in Alpine Austria and then some parts of Germany, some adults would also dress up like Krampus to frighten kids at their homes. So like if they thought that their kid was being bad, they would literally dress up like Krampus and scare the hell out of their own child.
Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that terrible?
Parents are savage.
I know. And this was known, when they did this, it was known as Krampusnacht, which is Krampus night. And so it was a night where, like, they knew that Krampus might visit, but it was actually them dressed up like him.
Oh.
It would just scare kids into behaving if they haven't been good.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was usually done before Christmas, just to get a warning, like, hey, you should be better.
Honestly.
And then there was also Krampusslauf, which was a Krampus run that was known for. Basically, what this was, drunk men would run around dressed up like Krampus. Mm-hmm. And they would just run around screeching and then, like, kind of what you were talking about, and then they would also sometimes follow people and, like, try to torture them.
Oh, my God. People are savage.
Yeah, and it was just a fun thing to do, like, when men got drunk. They were like, let's just dress up like Krampus and run around. And so
literally nothing better to do.
And their big idea for this is that, like, children would see them and get scared.
Oh my God.
I know, it's so mean. And this wasn't tied to a specific day. Krampus actually was known to come around all year.
Oh my God.
So whether he actually did or if it was just like parents threatening their kids, he could have come any time of year. Oh, so if they've been really bad, they did something bad, their parents would dress up like him. And they probably beat their kids. Like, it was an excuse to do it. So it wasn't tied to a specific day. It could happen whenever. Mm-hmm. So, like, the middle of July, like, men running around in Krampus costumes.
Oh, my God.
And one of the biggest reasons for this was when men got angry. It was a way that they could let out their anger.
That is not the way to do it.
I know. I'm like, oh, geez.
It's like a mild purge.
Yeah. Austrian men for you.
Yep.
But yeah, they just would run through the streets and chase people. It's great. And the Krampus night and the Krampus run are still going on today. So not as intense, but they're still, yeah.
I want to see this.
I know, right? I want to see kind of what they do modern day.
That's so cool.
And the reason why it's still going is, of course, they don't want to lose that culture.
No.
And so they still do use Krampus to threaten, like, their children.
If you are from this area or you have family from this area, I want to hear your stories.
Yes,
like,
please
I'm
let us
very
know.
intrigued.
Definitely. I know we've had people listening from Germany before, so maybe you guys have some insight. Let us know.
Or even your parents, grandparents, because I'm sure they got the brunt of it.
Right. Have you ever seen the Krampus cards?
No.
Okay, so in the 1890s, Germany and Austria were getting really into postcard selling. Oh. And there was this big boom that had to do with Krampus. So they were giving away these cards to children to scare them that had, like, pictures of Krampus on them. And the cards some of the cards would say Gruß vom Krampus, which means greetings from Krampus. And it would just be like a picture of him like with his stick.
Oh my god.
Or like some of them he was like holding his bag with like a kid in the bag.
That's so disturbing.
I know. Some of the pictures he was actually hitting a kid. Oh and like the kid's like, ah!
Oh my god.
You can look these pictures up if you want.
And they say video games now are just the problem.
Right? The video games are ruining everything. Yeah, and then, you would see pictures stuffing a child into a satchel.
Oh my god.
There was also pictures of him leading them away with chains. So they would be, because he also did that. So he'd take his chains to grab them. So cards in the early 20th century not only were for kids, like showing punishing kids, but also adults used them to make statements. So for instance, you'll be able to kind of see like the politics of this time.
Yeah.
In the 1890s. But in some pictures, he is seen as a large woman.
What?
So he would like have the body of a woman, but then you would see the face of Krampus.
Oh.
And he was whipping tiny men with her birch sticks.
Wow.
So like this big form of a woman, and so it's kind of to represent like, women, women rights.
Oh wow.
And then some of them, the woman figure of him was carrying off men in a satchel.
Oh my god.
Imagine just like getting that for your husband. Just being like, There's another one where a woman is dangling Krampus in the air, holding his birch sticks behind her back to show like, you're not a threat. Like, no man is a threat for me.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And so that was another way that people were using the cards is like to create statements. And then on the opposite end, there were also like sexist ones towards women as well.
Of course.
Right. So for a while, this was a really popular thing to give out during Christmas time, these Krampus cards.
There's some weird things.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden we go like 100 years without even like talking, like in America specifically, nobody really cared about Krampus.
Yeah.
Until it got to about 2004.
Really?
And the reason for this was because those pictures started to come back. So we had an art director and graphic designer who published a book of the cards and organized an art show inspired by them. Huh. And so there's actually a book that has all the cards where you can see all the different pictures that they created during that time. And then they also have ugly Krampus sweaters. Just have pictures of him on it. I'm like, oh my god, imagine just walking around with that. But yeah, so I'm gonna read something from grunge.com. It was a journalist who kind of grew up in Austria and like what she experienced. So this is an art interview that she did with The Independent. So she kind of just talks about how her family told her stories of waiting in the darkness, terrified, hearing the clamor of strange voices coming from outside the window.
Oh my god.
On that night, they rethought all of their life choices they made the previous year. So they're kind of like, was I good? Oh no. Even if you'd been good, there was a very real chance Krampus would burst through your door, grab you, and carry you out into the night.
That is traumatizing by itself.
Right? Like, even if you've been the best kid ever, you could still get taken away.
Yeah.
That Krampus was, of course, someone wearing a costume. So sometimes it would be people who weren't actually him.
Traumatizing.
Yeah. And her dad would be like, it doesn't matter if you know that because it's still Krampus. It still shows you that you're being bad. Yeah. Oh so it was always like they would stay up Christmas night just like worried that Krampus was going to come. And then it'd get really silent. And so they wouldn't know if he was like on his way until they like heard voices. So it may not even be him. It might be like their dad. Like, this is child abuse. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't matter if those people in costumes were your neighbors or that they were perfectly normal people every other night of the year. On that night, Krampus was totally real. So they could kind of transform into the Krampus and then the next day be like, hi, honey. Like, what?
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, not very exciting.
No.
Christmas is not very exciting to these children.
No, it's not. That is so sad.
Yeah. Another thing that he did was he would sometimes cast them into a frozen lake. So they would just freeze to death.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's the basics of Krampus. He was also, one other thing I wanted to talk about, he was the original elf on the shelf.
What?
So what they did is they had like little figures of him and they would keep him around all year long, just like in a place where the kids could see. So they could see that he was always watching them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. Oh my
right.
God.
And then, like, of course, if that wasn't enough, then somebody would dress up like him.
Oh my God.
To try to scare them.
Well, I mean, if you're being a bad child, that still doesn't mean you should be traumatized by torture.
Right.
But, Jesus.
Yeah, and the fact that he's there all year round, it's like...
Yeah. That's a bit terrifying.
Yeah. So that's Krampus for you.
Oh my God.
Fun times.
Dude, I would hate to grow up in that era there.
I know, it's just like child abuse. Like, it's just an excuse to abuse your child.
Honestly.
But...
Yeesh. I mean, what else did they have going on?
Right, once again.
Starving.
Right. So, even if you were a good little girl or boy, you are dead. Or taken away.
Oh my God. What the hell was Santa doing in this?
Santa's just, walking around.
We could have talked about St. Nick, but we decided
maybe next year.
Maybe next
year. We could have done something happy, but...
What's the point?
What's the point? All right. I have another story.
Ooh.
So I also am going to be talking about the 13 Yule lads of Iceland.
So they were, I think, in the new Sabrina. I think they were in an episode that they had.
I never watched it.
I could be wrong. I don't know. It gets really intense.
Yeah. I know there's a lot to the Yule lads.
Yeah.
So I just kind of went basic here. And then I'll mention about all of them, like what their names were, because it's kind of funny.
They all have names?
Yes, and they each have like something different about them, and they're hilarious. So I'll talk about those. Okay, so the 13 Yule lads of Iceland were 13 Father Christmases, and they were known as the Yule lads.
They're like a boy band.
Yeah, they're like a boy band.
We got the Yule lads boy band. They called the Yules.
The Yules. Should have been like Yule lads with like a Z. The lads.
They all break dance in front of your front yard.
I'm gonna have you, when we get to the names, I'm gonna have you pick a number, and that will be you.
Okay.
Okay, so they take turns visiting kids on the 13 nights leading up to Christmas. So since we have 13 of them, one will come each night.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And so on each night, the children place one shoe on the windowsill. The good boys and girls, they would get candy in their shoe.
Okay.
So they would know, oh my gosh, I'm so good. The bad ones would get a shoe full of rotting potatoes.
Ew. They just carry a satchel of rotting potatoes.
Yeah.
They're like, you get some, you get some. Oh, you get candy.
I like to think that they just, like, let them rot all year round. They're like, gotta prep for Christmas.
They, like, garden them, make them all nice.
Yeah.
Throw them in the ditch. We'll grab them when it's time.
They just, like, stir it. Rotten potatoes. Yeah, so you'd either get rotten potatoes or candy. Now, you might be like, well, it's okay if you get rotten potatoes, whatever, no big deal. But that's not it. Okay. There was also another creature called the Gryla, I think is how it's pronounced. Mm-hmm. The Gryla, who comes down from the Christmas Mountains and boils naughty children alive.
Jesus Christ.
And then makes stew out of them. So, not only could you get rotten potatoes, but you might also get a visit from Gryla. She might take you away. She has a husband also who, like, doesn't do anything. He just eats the stew that she makes.
Is she a witch?
She sort of. She's just like a creature, scary creature.
Oh.
But kinda.
She's married?
Yeah, she's married. Her husband doesn't do anything. He just eats the children in the stew.
So she doesn't even eat them?
No.
What?
She's just trying to serve her husband.
That's stupid and sexist.
Yes, it is. All right.
Oh.
With that being said, she also has a giant blood-drinking black cat named the Christmas Cat. Very creative name.
Wow.
And it walks around Iceland on Christmas Eve and eats anyone who's not wearing at least one new piece of clothing.
What if you're poor?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're poor, you get eaten by this cat.
Poor people. That's not fair.
So if you don't have, like, your new Jordans, she's like...
Jordans. Your new Air Jordans.
Yeah. Your new Nikes. You don't have your new robe.
Your fanny pack.
Yeah. She's like... So the cat will get you. So they always tried to find, like, clothes that they could wear. I feel like, wouldn't it count if, like... You gave something to somebody, you guys just, like, switched clothes? Because that's technically new.
Yeah.
It's old, but it's new to you.
I mean, what if I like to thrift shop?
Yeah, it's new, kinda. So I don't know.
What if I clean it? Get rid of a stain or two.
Yeah.
Would that count?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, define new.
Honestly, you could just keep asking questions. There's so many holes.
There are, yeah. Yeah, so you had to wear at least one new piece of clothing, otherwise you'd get eaten by this Christmas cat. But anyway, that's the jits on them. So, like, we know that the Yule lads will come, either get candy, potatoes, or a visit from Kryla. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Iceland. Fun times. So then in 1746, parents were actually banned from tormenting their kids with Yule lads.
Oh my god.
Because it was affecting them too much.
No way.
So it was actually illegal to talk about Yule lads.
To talk about them?
Yeah, no, not to talk about them, but like to talk about them in a negative form.
Okay.
So then they became more positive.
Okay.
So it was like, then it became more of like 13 nights of Christmas, you get a new gift each night from the Yule lads.
Okay.
So they still like talk about them now, but now they're not seen as scary.
Do you still get rotten potatoes?
I think so. I think they kind of kept that.
I think that's worse than coal, because coal, like, even though coal is like the bad thing,
yeah,
you can still like use it to burn a fire,
right?
Whereas with
rotten
potatoes, like, you're kind of out of luck. You now have to make the effort to throw them away,
and your shoe smells bad forever.
Honestly, you gotta get a new shoe.
Yeah. But my favorite thing is, like, they're kind of like the Seven Dwarfs, where, like, each one has its own personality.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and so they have different names depending on, like, the area or, like, the place that we're talking about the tale in. So, like, some people have changed the names.
Yeah.
But here's what most Icelanders know them as. Pick a number between 1 and 13.
7.
Okay, that will be you.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you when we're on 7. Okay, so night number 1, which, if I'm doing the math, 13 days, the 12th? No.
Yeah.
11.
Because 13, 3 plus 2 is 5.
Yeah.
So 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means tomorrow.
Ooh.
So tomorrow, on day 1, the sheepcoat Claude will come. He tries to suckle ewes in farmers' sheep sheds. So basically, he just wants to eat all the sheep.
What?
Yeah. So he's kind of one of the meaner ones.
Oh.
So night 1, is kind of scary.
You better sleep with your goats.
Yes, keep them close. Keep your goats, keep your sheeps close. All right. And then night 2, which is the 13th, it will be the gollygawk. He steals foam from buckets of cow milk. He just goes around and like goes in the cow milk and just like slurps up the foam. He's like, yummy.
I mean, you don't really want the foam.
Yeah. So like they're known to like leave out milk for him.
Oh, okay.
And then like let him take the foam.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a lot of these like aren't harmless, and that's why they can still teach it to their kids, because they're not gonna like do anything bad. Except the goat one's a little.
How do you make foam on milk?
I have no idea.
Because do we sugarize our milk?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about milk besides it comes from cows. Wait, does it? No, I'm just kidding. But that's gollygawk.
Okay.
Goals. Just kidding. So
Goalie.
we have sheepcoat Claude and gollygawk. Okay, this is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Night number 3. We have... I just love this one. All right, night number 3, we have Stubby.
Wow. So creative.
He's short. He's like this really short guy, and he just steals food from frying pans.
What?
So we'll just walk into your kitchen and be like, "Ooh, stew!" Or not get stew, it'd be on a frying pan.
An egg?
An egg! And just like eats it off the frying pan.
So you don't want to make anything for frying.
Right, yeah. Then night 4 is also a good one. So on the 4th night, Spoon Licker comes.
Oh my god.
And it's just like the name. He licks spoons.
What?
So you leave your spoons out, he just goes, yum.
Ew.
Yeah. Yep.
It sounds like a freaking wrestling name.
Right. Yeah.
Here comes Spoon Licker!
Spoon Licker. He's like, yeah. He like brings out a spoon. He's like,
they all could be part of the WWE.
Oh my god. Or like Space Jam. They like come out with their own basketball team. Stubby! He's just like hitting a basketball with a spoon. Okay. Or no, that's spoon liquor. Sorry, I got them mixed up. So what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're almost to you.
Okay.
You picked a good one. All right. Pot scraper.
Pot scraper.
Is night number 6. Another name for him is pot licker.
Oh, so he cleans your stuff.
Exactly.
Nice.
He's kind of helpful. So he steals unwashed pots and licks them clean.
I mean, if you have the frying pan thief coming in,
yeah,
just leave it a couple days. And
right.
the spoon liquor, like, he'll clean your
They're
stuff.
They're going to clean your dishes for you.
Yeah.
It's really nice of them. Hopefully they, like, don't have a cold or something, because then it's going on your
COVID.
stuff. Yeah, COVID. Okay, too soon. Okay, night number 7. Are you ready?
Yes.
Bowl liquor.
What? Do they just lick everything?
This one's weird, though. Okay, so he steals bowls of food from under the bed.
What?
So back in the olden days, Icelanders used to sometimes store bowls of food there, possibly for midnight snacking. There was no really reason.
What? Why under the bed? Like, that's where the rats come in.
I have no idea. So they would literally just, like, wake up at, like, 2 a.m. and be like, ugh. And, like, grab their bowl and start eating. So bowl liquor would just come into the room and, like, grab the bowls from under the bed.
Lick, lick, lick.
And lick. And they wake up, he's just like, hi! Oh my god, this one's my dad. So, night number 8. Door slammer. He stomps around and slams doors, keeping everyone awake.
That's mean.
My entire childhood, my dad would, like, it didn't matter what time of night it was. He would just, like, open doors, and then, like, he would, like, do dishes, and he'd be like, bah, bah, shah. It was so loud.
My dad in the morning, because my bed used to be right up against the wall to where the top cupboards were.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. And my dad would slam them in the morning. And he goes to work at like 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. And so I'd wake up to hear the slamming of them. And I'm like, oh my God.
It must be a dad thing.
Yes.
Dad's our door slammer. So yeah, door slammer, that's going to be one of those nights where you're not going to get a lot of sleep.
Oh, so you better not have anything going on in the morning.
Yeah, that's night number 8. Okay, night number 9, Skyer Gobbler.
Wow.
He eats up all the yogurt. The Icelandic yogurt.
Oh my god. These are so random.
I know. Oh god, this one's good too. Night number 10. Mm-hmm. I think 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Night number 9. Oh wait, so 7 was door slammer. Okay. Night number 9 is a sausage swiper.
Sausage, no swiping.
He just steals your sausages.
Be like, where'd my sausages go? So, he's just in the corner eating them.
Yeah, and I'm like, what happens if, like, sausage swiper comes and, like, swiper, no, swiper. But, like, what if he comes and you, like, don't have any sausage? He just, like, walks in and he's like, brah! Rotten potatoes for you.
Rotten potatoes and throws them at you.
Yeah. Then we have night 10, which is window peeper.
Okay, no.
He likes to creep outside windows and sometimes steal the stuff he sees inside. So he'll, like, look in your window, and if he's like, oh, look at that, he'll come in through the window and try to steal what's there.
Little peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, he's the gross one. Window peeper.
Ew.
I rate him, like, a 1.5 out of 10.
No, he's getting punched to the face. I see you peeping. Bring out my shotgun. You ready?
Okay. Then we have night number 11, the door sniffer. So he has a huge nose and an insatiable appetite for stolen baked goods. So he's, like, looking for cookies and muffins.
So why does he call the door sniffer?
Because I think he decides if it's worth coming in. Like, he, like, waits outside the door and he's like, no, they ain't got nothing. And then he leaves. That's my guess.
They got a big old nose.
Yeah. So make sure you make cookies that night, I guess. Unless you don't want your cookies stolen. I don't know.
How do you avoid them?
No idea. Because this is, like, they're supposed to be happy now. So I guess if you don't have the thing, then they just leave.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, there's more to them. But then on night 12, we have Meat Hook. Meat Hook, yeah!
Oh my god.
He snatches up any meat that is left out. his favorite, smoked lamb.
Oh.
If you have smoked lamb, he's like, yummy. So he'll eat all your meat.
Just don't make it because that shit's expensive.
Yeah. And then the last night was the candle beggar. He steals candles, which used to be sought after items in Iceland. So he'll steal all your candles.
Well, yeah, because that was the only form of light.
Yeah, so that one's kind of the worst night.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always the last night that's, like, the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one that will come get you.
And steal your light.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, overall...
These guys sound more like a nuisance than anything.
Right. It's like they're like little rats. More than, like...
Like Krampus or Perchta.
Yeah. But yeah, kids today still some places in Germany and Austria and Iceland, they'll put up the shoes to see if they'll get candy or gifts. And a lot of them do the, like, 13 nights.
Okay, so, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, the Yule are pretty fascinating. There's, like, pictures of all of them. Bowl liquor.
Oh my god.
Pot liquor. Spoon liquor. I think spoon liquor is my favorite. But also sausage swiper is kind of funny. He's like, give me the sausage. Yeah, so that's the Yule lads. They're
those are actually pretty interesting. That's one that I could probably see myself doing for my children. One of my coworkers, what she does for her kids is that they have an elf on the shelf that comes throughout, like, around Christmas time. Like, she'll have him appear. And the kids will be, like, so excited. And then he'll leave, like a pajama set for them.
Aww.
And then he'll, like, come around a couple more times and leave, like, little gifts. And I was like, that's honestly, like, so creative for, like, your children to get, like, involved and stuff like that. But, like, doing funny stuff like that, like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, and it's, like, it's positive now because you get 13 gifts.
Yeah, and they don't even have to be big. Like, it's just small. It's like an advent calendar. Yeah. Pretty much.
Kind of.
But, like, an interactive one. Mm-hmm. So much.
Oh, yeah, and they're, by the way, all the Yule lads are brothers. So they're, like, a brother boy band.
Oh, my god.
And the Gryla girl I was talking about is their mom.
Oh, shit.
So,
she birthed that many?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So, that's where that came from.
Well, those are very... I actually really like the Yule lads. Those are
I know!
Funny.
I think they're kind of cute.
They're just little pests.
Like, oh, here comes spoon liquor.
Here we go.
Oh, you like here, like sniffing. You're like, oh, door sniffer.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Start whacking them.
I don't have any muffins for you. Fine.
Next time. You just throw one at them. Here you go for the road.
Yeah, I like Stubby. Stubby's cute. Stubby. So yeah, that's a Yule lads.
I am bowl liquor.
No, you're door slammer, remember?
No, I'm bowl liquor.
Oh, okay.
It's just 7 because they put the bowls under the...
Yeah, that's true. That was 7.
Our dads are door slammers.
Let's see, I'm probably a Stubby. Short and steals from frying pans. Because I'm not gonna steal any foam from buckets of cow milk.
That is interesting.
Doesn't sound very fun.
No.
But I'd also steal candles. Maybe I'm candle beggar.
I do like candles.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bath and Body Works sale? They had one last weekend. I need to as well. Because there is... Yeah. I have a coupon.
I need to go shopping tonight. Christmas and buy Christmassy things.
It's getting close. I think when this comes out, 1 week till Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Ooh. What day is Christmas on this year?
A Saturday.
Okay, so we might have an episode coming out on Christmas then.
Yeah.
By the way, so we used to post on like Saturdays. Now it's going to be more weekends. Is more what we can commit to.
Yeah.
So like if you see that we don't have an episode on a Saturday, it means it's coming Sunday.
Yeah.
You might get an episode on a Friday. Like it's just going to depend on the weekend.
Yes. Weeks are very busy because life is chaotic, as we all know.
Yeah, and Jamie has something big happening right now. So.
Yeah, James and I are about to move into a house.
Woo!
So trying to pack up everything, trying to just move, paint, put floors in, like it's been chaotic. So like trying to figure out time to do everything is just right now we're kind of like at a still because we still have to close.
Yeah.
But once like we close on the house, we're going to be like, okay, we got to get this. And then it's the holidays and then it's New Year's. And then like...
You're going on your trip.
We're going on my sister trip at the end of January, so I'm like, oh my god. It's just chaotic.
And then, like, as soon as you get settled in, I'm going to be moving. Like,
so it's continuous. It's life, but we're going to try and be here as much as we can to make things interesting.
Definitely. So we're going to commit to weekends instead of a specific day.
Yeah, because that's just, we don't want to, like, disappoint.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how it is. It's like, life happens. It's...
Right.
It is what it is, but we still want to keep sharing a bunch of stories, history, just notify people, spread the word of us.
Definitely,
we would definitely appreciate it. We want to grow, kind of share history with people.
Right,
and it is...
And I think a lot of people get into legends, so, like, maybe share this episode with someone who you saw Krampus with. Maybe you saw the movie, or maybe they just like spooky things, or they just enjoy a good legend or a scary story.
Yeah, and, like, our other episodes, too. Like, if you want something, like, more sinister, let us know. If you want something a little bit more lighthearted, because there's never-ending amounts of history.
And we've covered a wide range of topics so far.
Exactly.
I feel like we've covered a lot of, like, fun things, and then more of, like, the like more darker events that have happened, and that's kind of how we're going to continue, so you never know what's coming next.
Nope. But we would love to get your suggestions. Just talk to us in, like, the comment section on Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Facebook.
Yeah, so our Facebook and Instagram... Oh, wait, you're supposed to ask where can you find us?
Where can you find us?
Our Facebook and Instagram at Historia the Podcast. And then we have a Twitter, but, like, I don't know if it's really being used right now, so I don't really mention it anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get back into Twitter. But mostly we have a Gmail. It's historiathepodcast@gmail.com. So that's really, like, the main way that you could contact us. You can always send us, like, an Instagram message, something like that.
Let us know your stories if you ever grew up with any of these legends, even legends that we haven't talked about.
Please do, yes. Or if you have any, like, fun holiday traditions, like Elf on the Shelf, that kind of thing. Like, is there anything that you grew up doing that, like, maybe other people don't do? I would like to do one day because I know that a lot of podcasts do, like, listener tales. I would like to do some of just, like, historical aspects, like, has your family ever been through, like, a war, or that would be like really just cool. Stories to share that we can share with all of you. Yeah, it'd be cool if we had like we might do, like, topics, and then so if we continue to, like, grow and spread the word and kind of get more people to listen, I think eventually we'd love to do that. So yeah, that'd be lots of fun. You can, like, if you have stories right now, you can email us, and then once we have enough, we can always do one of those. Exactly. So, yeah. Thank you for joining us. It is a great day to be alive. Ruby is really happy to be alive. She's just sleeping on the floor. It's like our dogs calm down out there. Thank God. But stay tuned for next week's episode. It's going to be a heartfelt one. Yes, definitely. So, Kylie doesn't know. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm going to say definitely and pretend I know. It's very Christmassy. We're not going to hit you guys with another terrifying legend. But Jamie likes to not tell me what she's doing. They're fun. It's fun. Until we get here, and she's like, by the way, I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh, okay. And most of the time, I'm like, I have no idea what that is. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. See you next week. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. And a happy new year. I'm so excited. Go watch a Hallmark film, or don't. Elf. Bye.